or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: patchy fog this morning, gives way to afternoon sunshine. Be breezy and mild, the high near 66. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, the low around 52. And tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms likely throughout the day. See an afternoon high near 70. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill welcomes out-of-towners to Lincoln for state high school basketball and congratulates your schools on making it to the tournament. Your local bar is comfortable and you know the regulars. Find that experience at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, where it's a small-town feel with lots of space. Big groups are more than welcome, so come on by before or after your team plays to experience great food, great drinks, and great times, all at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, downtown at 10th and P.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into a presentation of high school girls state basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Girls state basketball on The Ticket is presented by Union Bank and Trust, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Concordia University, Nest 529 Direct Plan, Peru State College, General Excavating, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, Doane University, Play It Again Sports, Sunbelt Rentals, the Nebraska Army National Guard, Big Ten Sports Bar, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, and Jimmy John's. Now calling all the action, here is Nick Sainer.
Nick Sainer, Tristan Gomez here. Good evening from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, where we have a Class B quarterfinal matchup in the Nebraska girls basketball tournament. The undefeated number 2 ranked Bennington Badgers take on the number 7th ranked Scottsbluff Bearcats. Bennington enters the game tonight 25-0 in the season, while Scottsbluff comes in riding an 8-game winning streak. The winner moves on to the state semifinals. Glad to have you here tonight with us on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Tristan Gomez, and we are just about ready for tip-off. Few keys to this game for each team. Bennington, as I said, coming in at 25-0, push the pace. This team likes to score, averaging almost 70 points a game, and they like to turn defense into offense. They've been doing it all season long. That's where they're playing pressure defense, forcing teams to get uncomfortable. And as they get those steals, averaging almost 19 steals a game, they turn that into offense, and it is impressive to watch, and it has led them to this 25-0 season. Scottsbluff, their goal today has to be to slow down the game. They know that Bennington likes to run and get out and push the ball quick and then limit the turnovers. As I said, 19 steals almost for the Bennington Badgers each game. It's going to be important for the Bearcats on this one to take care of the ball and stay within striking distance. These are games that can get out of hand. Bennington has only played in 2 games this season where they won by single digits. All the other games they had won by double digits. Keep this game close and make it close at the end, and that's how Scottsbluff has a chance in this one. Ava Reed is one of the best offensive leaders for Scottsbluff and someone who Bennington will have to keep an eye on. These two teams met earlier this season, and that one was won by Bennington 61-39 at Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff coming into this one trying to get a win back, especially at the high stakes of the state basketball tournament. The teams are huddling up, about to get ready for tip-off. Last little pep talks of the game, prior to the game, and we will be off here for the 6 o'clock game. One more game after this. Nick Sainer and Jay Foreman will be on the call for that one. Bennington is led by Macy Reiner, who averages 14.7. She is going to be someone that the Bearcats are going to have to find a way to slow down. The music is playing here at PBA. Both fans from Bennington and Scottsbluff are excited for this tip-off. It's always exciting when we have girls state high school basketball here in the state of Nebraska. We are just about off. The Bearcats win the tip. They'll bring the ball up. Finley Martin with the ball. She gets it over to Bolin. Bolin finds a cutting Bearcat, goes up and is fouled. That is number 23, Iona Camilleri. Excuse me, Briley Burford goes up and gets fouled. She will shoot 2. Two shots for Burford. Banks the first one in. She shoots the second now. And that one banks in his home as well. Scottsbluff up to a 2-0 lead after the first possession of the game. Number 12, Harper Bomahoy comes up. Travel on the Badgers. Bearcats will take possession now. A little bit of pressure from the Badgers. They get into their man-to-man defense. Number 0, Ava Reed brings the ball up. She gets it over to Martin. Bolin with the ball. Spin, goes up with it. Off the front iron. Offensive rebound, though. Finley Martin with the offensive rebound. She gets fouled. She'll shoot 2. The Bearcats getting in the paint early, putting some pressure on this Badgers defense. Martin knocks down the first, giving the Bearcats a 3-0 lead. Second free throw on the way. And she knocks that one down as well. Badgers bring the ball up. Boboy goes up with it. Misses that one. Tipped back out. Almost picked up by Reed, but she is not able to handle it. Now stolen by Boboy. She passes the ball up. Number 15, Macy Reiner, leading scorer for the Badgers with it now. out on the wing, dribbling it. Hands it off to Jackson. Jackson drives left, goes up with it with a floater, and just missed that one. Rebound by the Bearcats. Burford bring the ball up with some pressure, though. Reiner putting some pressure on it. Ball still loose. Body's flying everywhere. Now picked up by the Bearcats. Burford with an easy layup in transition. Ball was flying everywhere to get it up to Burford, and she knocks it in for two. Bearcats up 6-0 early in this one. In and out on the three-point shot for Jackson. Rebound by the Bearcats. Finley Martin with the ball at the top. She picks up her dribble, gets it over to Bolin. Bolin on the wing. She passes it over to Reed. Reed back to Bolin. They get inside to Martin. Martin goes up with it. Misses that one. Rebounded offensively by Reed. Knocked out of bounds, though. It'll stick with the Bearcats. 6-0 Bearcats early in this one. 5:49 to play in the first quarter. Reed inbounds it. Nowhere to go right now. She finally gets it out to Joplin. Joplin dribbling it. Back cut to Reed. Isn't able to get there. 3 on the shot clock. Picked up by Martin. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the Bearcats. Badgers will take over on possession. Badgers with the ball, bringing it up. Boa Boy with the ball. She gives it up to number 20, Skylar Johnson. Johnson goes up and she gets fouled. She will shoot two. Skylar Johnson shooting her first. She misses that one. The Badgers still scoreless over 2.5 minutes into this one. Not anymore. Johnson knocks down her second free throw. 6-1, Bearcats lead. Finley Martin brings the ball up for Scottsbluff. Tipped away by Boho Boy, excuse me. Jump ball called as they dive on the floor for it. Badgers will take over on possession. (6-1), Scottsbluff leads. 3-point shot is good for number 22, Hayden Jackson of the Badgers. Cuts the deficit 6-4, Bearcats now. A little bit of press for the Badgers. Gay giving up to Bolin. Bolin goes up with it. Just misses that one, going for the offensive rebound, isn't able to come up with it. Macy Reiner with the ball, goes behind the back, dishes it over to Hayden Jackson. Jackson, step back three, just misses that one. Rebounded by the Bearcats. Finley Martin with the ball. Boho Boy tried to put some pressure on there, gets called for the reach-in foul, though. Alexander John checks in for the Badgers, as well as number 5, Taylor Redmond. Side out for the Bearcats. Reed inbounds it to Martin. She gives it up to Bolin. Bolin looking for someone. Now over to Joplin. Joplin driving right. Kicks it out to Martin. Martin with a jump shot. And hits the three-pointer. 9-4. Bearcats lead early. Macy Reed trying to go coast to coast. She gets stopped. Looking for someone to pass it to. She gives it up to Johnson. Back to Reed. Reed drives. No one to stop her. Wide open layup for her 6-9 Bearcats. Full court man-to-man for the Badgers, putting pressure on the ball handlers. That's almost stolen by the Badgers. Double dribble on Finley Martin. That pressure defense by the Badgers is just absolutely relentless, and they will take over now. Sub coming in for the Bearcats, that is number 25, Charlotte Lewis. Timeout on the floor by Scottsbluff. That'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. We'll be right back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. It is the number 2 Bennington Badgers against the number 7 ranked Scottsbluff Bearcats. The Bearcats lead about 4 minutes in, 9-6. Badgers with the ball, though. Macy Reiner bringing the ball. They get inside to number 34, Alexander John. She tries to dish it off, but the ball goes out of bounds. The Bearcats will take over. Some full court pressure for the Badgers here. Finley Martin to inbound it for the Bearcats. She gives it up to Reed. Guarded by Reiner. Reed bringing the ball up, gives it up to Martin. Taylor Redmond from the Badgers playing some tough defense right now. Finley gives it back to Reed. Reed dishes it to Bolin. Bolin spinning, trying to go up. Pump fake blocked. Blocked and rebounded by Alexander John, and she gives it up to Reiner. Reiner going all the way, kicks it out. Skylar Johnson shoots the three, knocks it down, but it was called for a travel prior to the shot. No good. It will stay at 6-9 Bearcats. Johnson not happy with the call. Bearcats inbound it to Reed. She goes all the way. Foul. Count the bucket and one for Ava Reed. Ava Reed shooting one now. Misses that one, rebounded by Reiner of the Badgers. 11-6, Bearcats lead. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Crossover, Reiner kicks it out. Mid-range jumper is good by Alexandra John of the Badgers. Stolen by Reiner of the Badgers on the inbound, and she knocks that one down. 10-11, Bearcats lead. This pressure defense is hard to get by the Badgers. Ava Reed of Scottsbluff bringing the ball up. She picks up her dribble. Gives it over to Lewis. Lewis to Finley Martin in the corner. Martin drives back to the middle, puts it up, and that one is good with a little sky hook by Finley Martin. Reiner brings the ball up. Takes it over to Jackson. Jackson with the three-point shot. Just misses that one. Knocked around, but picked up by Martin of the Bearcats. She passes it up to Joplin, but Joplin travels as Reiner came to put a little bit of pressure on her. Badgers will take over on a side out.
Checking back in for the Bearcats, number 23, Riley Burford.
Riley Burford checks in for Scottsbluff. They get it into Reiner. Reiner driving left. Nowhere to go. Picks up her dribble. Gets it into John. John kicks it. Redmond pump fakes and goes up with it on the layup and gets fouled. She will shoot two.
The foul to number 25, Charlotte Lewis. Her first personal foul, second team foul against Scottsbluff.
Foul on Charlotte Lewis, her first. Redmond shoots the first of two. Misses that one. 10-13, Bearcats lead the number 2 Bennington Badgers with just 1:51 to play left in the first quarter. Redmond to shoot her second. And she puts that one in. 11-13 Bearcats. 1:50 to go. Inbound into Martin. She goes behind the back trying to get up court. Guarded by Redmond. She stops around the free throw line, picks up her dribble, looking for Bolin, gets to Bolin. Bolin drives left. Ball knocked away. She gets it back, though. In the paint, goes up with it, misses that one, rebounded by Reiner of the Badgers. Jump to pass. She gets it to Jackson. Jackson shoots three, misses that one, rebounded by Reed. Reed walks the ball up for the Bearcats. Guarded by Reiner. She's driving left. Tries a little pocket pass. Over to Martin. Martin gets it back to her. Gets it over to Bolin. Bolin, no one on her. Kicks it to Reed. Reed, contested three. Misses that one. Rebounded by Reiner. Reiner passes the ball up. Tries to get it to number 40, Gargano. Gargano catches it, but then is fouled. Badgers will take it out on the baseline. Scottsbluff leads 13-11, just under a minute to go in this first quarter. Redmond to inbound. She gets it in to John. Screen set by Reiner. Over to Skylar Johnson. Skylar Johnson hands it over to Redmond. Back to Johnson. Drives baseline. Little floater. Knocks that one down. We are tied at 13 with about 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Shot clock turned off. Avery Reed with it, bring the ball up the court. Guarded by Reiner. She falls to the floor. Reiner goes for the steal. Jump ball is called prior to that. The Bearcats will retain possession, though, on a side out. 21 seconds to go in this first quarter, 13-13.
Straight up and down. Don't reach over the ball.
Martin to inbound. She gets it into Reed. Reed with it. Bearcats looking to take the last shot. Reed takes it over to Martin. Martin goes up with it. Misses that one. 8 seconds to go. Redmond with the rebound. 4 to go. She gives it to Reiner. Reiner pump fakes, puts it up. Misses that one. And that will be the end of the first quarter. After the first quarter, we are all tied up here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Bennington 13, Scottsbluff 13. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds. We will be right back here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. We have the number 2 Bennington Badgers taking on the number 7 Scottsbluff Bearcats. We're all tied up after one quarter, 13-13. The Scottsbluff Bearcats got off to an early 6-0 start, and the Badgers brought it back close, tying it up right before the end of the quarter. Badgers start with the ball. Boy to bring it up. She gets it to Reiner. Reiner tries to get it to Boy, but is tipped by Reed, and Reed with the steal. She tries to pass it up. Gets it up to Burford. Burford to Joplin. Foul called on Boy of the Badgers. This will be a side out for the Bearcats.
First team down against Bennington. In the lineup for the Bennington.
Taylor Redmond back in for Boboy. Avery to inbound it. She gets it in to Finley Martin, guarded by Redmond. Pass over to Reed. Reed gets it. Little pocket pass over to Burford. Burford makes the easy 2. That gives the Bearcats a 2-point lead. Macy Reiner brings the ball up. She gets it to Hayden Jackson. Hayden Jackson over to Redmond. Redmond driving left, goes up with it with the left. No good. Rebounded by Joplin, and she gets it up to Finley Martin. Finley Martin pushing it a little bit. Tipped out of bounds by Redmond. Bearcats will retain the ball. 13-15, just a minute into this second quarter. Bearcats lead. Martin to inbound. She gets it into Ava Reed. Ava Reed pump fakes, goes left. Kicks it out. That's Joplin. Joplin, no good. Nothing going there. Redmond brings the ball up. She passes it up to Johnson for the easy 2. Johnson got behind the defense, and a great pass by Taylor Redmond to tie this thing back up at 15. Reed with the ball, gives it up to Martin. Martin driving right, trying to get something. Step through, misses that one short. Fighting for the ball, jump ball. Martin falls to the ground, jump ball called. Bearcats will retain possession. Martin a little shaken up on the play. Teammates help her up. She's all good. She will inbound it for the Bearcats. She gets it into Joplin. Joplin with an easy 2-point jumper. Gives the Bearcats a 2-point lead again. Reiner bringing the ball up for the Badgers. Guarded by Reed. Arguably the 2 best players on each team. Little spin move. Turnaround jump shot. Good by Reiner. Full court pressure by the Badgers. Ava Reed brings it up. No one on her. She picks up her dribble. Gives it up to Martin. Martin guarded by Redmond. Top of the key. Gives it up to Bolin. Bolin pump fakes, drives right. Gets by the defense and an easy 2-point layup for Bolin. That gives Scottsbluff another 2-point lead. 17-19 here. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Skylar Johnson with the pull-up jump shot from the elbow. That is good for the Badgers, tied up again, 19-19, going back and forth in this one. Martin bringing the ball up, still guarded by Redmond. Give it up to Joplin. Joplin pump fakes, goes, drives left, little floater, misses that one. Rebounded by the Badgers. Almquist with the rebound. She gets fouled trying to give it up. Badgers will have the ball side out, tied up here. About 3 minutes in, 19-19.
Number 32, Emily Smith, and number 34, Allie John. In for Scottsbluff, number 25, Charlotte Moore.
Emery Schmidt inbounds it to Reiner of the Badgers. Screen set. Reiner with the layup. Misses that one. Rebounded by John. John misses that one. Foul called on the Bearcats. Number 22, Hayden Jackson, got the offensive rebound. She went up with it and got fouled. She hit a little bit of a pump fake, tried to say she was going up and was in the shooting motion. Refs did not buy it. Reiner to inbound. She gets it into Schmidt. Schmidt tries to get it into the post to Reiner, but is unable to get it in there. Stolen by Ava Reed of the Bearcats. Reed now to bring it up. Gets it up to Martin. Finds it cutting Bolin. Bolin trying to post up, spins. Trying to go up. Nothing going there. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by John. She gives it up to Reiner. Reiner pushing the pace a little bit. Tries to go left. Dishes it up. Right to Jackson, and Hayden Jackson puts that in for the easy layup to give the Badgers their first lead of the ball game, 21-19. Burford drives baseline, stopped in her tracks though, trying to give it up. Gives it back up to Martin, almost an over and back call there. Martin with it. She gives it up to Bolin. Bolin guarded by John. Charlotte Lewis goes up with it. Blocked, though, by Schmidt of the Badgers. Ball will stay with the Bearcats.
Check in for the Bearcats, number 21, Bennington. Number 5, number 20, Paige Gargano.
Halfway through the second quarter here, Badgers lead 21-19. Reed to inbound for the Bearcats. Nothing going. 5-second call. Some relentless defense by the Badgers. Nobody open, nowhere to go with it. And Ava Reed just stuck with the ball. 5-second call. Badgers take over on possession. Redmond brings the ball up for the Badgers. John gives it up to John in the post. John with a little turnaround jump shot, and she hits that one. 23-19, Badgers lead. Ball up to Joplin of the Bearcats. She drives, takes it back out to Burford, gives it to Reed. Reed at the top of the key. She gives it over to Bolin. Bolin trying to get it into Joplin in the post. Airmails that one. Goes out of bounds. Badgers take over. Gargano in the game now for the Badgers. She inbounds it to Redmond. Redmond jogs the ball up the court. She gives it up to Schmidt. Schmidt thinks about taking the three. Doesn't, though. Ball tipped away. Given to Johnson. Johnson gives it back to Schmidt. Schmidt pump fakes. Tries to get the ball into John as well. Tipped away. Badgers still have the ball. 13 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 23-19, Badgers lead. 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. Redmond to in-round. Nothing open. She's able to get it into Johnson, though. Johnson dribbling left. Goes between the legs, gives it to Gargano. Gargano drives left, spin move. Out to Redmond. Redmond dribbles. Almost takes a step back three. They give it into Gargano. 2 seconds to go on the shot clock. And a shot clock violation. The Bearcats defense stands tall, and they will take over. Gargano just lost track of time there. Had her back to the shot clock. 23-19. Badgers lead. Just a few moments ago, took their first lead of the game. Joplin inbound for the Bearcats. She gets it in to Martin. Some full court man-to-man by the Badgers. Redmond on her. Putting some pressure defense. Handed off to Reed. Reed drives. Goes up with it. And an easy layup for Ava Reed. Reiner in the game now. She gives it up to John. John goes up with it. Nothing going there. Blocked by the Bearcats and rebounded by Martin. Martin bringing the ball up, pushing the floor. Gives it up to Reed. Reed thinks about taking the three-point shot. Instead, pull-up jumper. Misses that one. Almost rebounded by Bolin, but Gargano comes up with it. Kicked up to Reiner of the Badgers, and Ava Reed tries to go for the steal, but gets called for the foul. That's Reed's second personal. Hayden Jackson checks in for the Badgers. Reiner leads the Badgers in scoring with 6 points. Ball inbounded to Jackson. Redmond tries to go into John with it. Tipped away. Stolen by Burford. She'll get up to Martin and they'll set up in their offense. Burford cuts. Bolin doesn't like it. Gives it up to Joplin. Joplin to Martin on the wing. Martin drives baseline. Had an open layup, but can't go down with that one. Tries to go for the offensive rebound, and she ends up fouling Gargano.
Foul number 15, Finley Martin, her second personal foul. Fourth team foul against the Bearcats.
Fourth team foul on the Bearcats. Now 2 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Badgers lead 23-21. Reiner brings the ball up for the Badgers. She gives it up to Gargano. Trying to get the ball inside to John. Badgers have done that a few times, but are unable to get it in there to her. That one goes out of bounds, and the Bearcats will take the ball. Reese Almquist checks in for the Badgers for John to give her a breather. Bearcats inbound it to Reed. Reed guarded by Reiner. Pressure defense stolen by Reiner. No one there to stop her. Joplin going to contest it, and she is unable to. Reiner puts that one easily for the Badgers to give them a 4-point lead. Just a minute to go here. Badgers almost get the steal, but get called for the foul. 1:15 to play here. 25-21. Bennington leads this one. Full court pressure by the Badgers. Bearcats get into Martin. Martin, guarded by Johnson of the Badgers. She gives it up to Joplin. Joplin tries to get a pass, but is stolen. Give it up to Gargano. Gargano with the easy layup, 27-21, with a minute to go here in the second quarter. Inbound pass to Ava Reed, tipped out of bounds by Reiner. Bearcats still in possession. Ava Reed to inbound. Bennington with their largest lead of the night of 6. Bearcats inbound it to Martin. Martin guarded by Johnson. Gets the ball across the timeline. Screen set for her. She posts up on Gargano now. Tries to hit a step through. Doesn't. Gets it out to Reed. Reed traveled going up for the layup. You can see this Bennington defense slowly taking over, putting some more pressure on the Bearcats. Got a 1-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Macy Reiner with the ball for the Badgers. She has it just about midcourt. Badgers seem to be holding it for the last shot. Reiner with the ball. Double screen set for her. She gives it up to Jackson. Jackson gives it back up to Reiner. 8 seconds to go. They throw it over to Johnson. Johnson with a little floater on the baseline, and that one goes. 3 seconds to play. Martin inbounds. She tries to pass it up, and that is the end of the second quarter, end of the first half. At halftime, the number 2 Bennington Badgers lead 29-21 against the number 7 Scottsbluff Bearcats. We're going to step aside for about 6 minutes. We'll come back here, give a little halftime recap right here at Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day in the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, the momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill welcomes out-of-towners to Lincoln for state high school basketball and congratulates your schools on making it to the tournament. Your local bar is comfortable and you know the regulars. Find that experience at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, where it's a small-town feel with lots of space. Big groups are more than welcome, so come on by before or after your team plays to experience great food, great drinks, and great times, all at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, downtown at 10th and P.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Parents deal with a lot of what ifs. What if my child gets a scholarship? What if they don't? What if they go to college? Or what if they pursue a trade? Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what ifs. Learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. The number 2 Bennington Badgers are up 29-21 against the number 7 Scottsbluff Bearcats. Before we get into our recap, shout out to a few of our sponsors. Union Bank. Get a great rate on a 6, 12, or 24-month CD at Union Bank. Learn more at ubt.com. As well as Nebraska Hematology Oncology. At NHO, we are advancing cancer care and enhancing the lives of those battling cancer by offering clinical trials to patients right here in Nebraska. Learn more at yourcancercare.com. As I said, the number 2 Bennington Badgers lead at halftime 29-21 against the number 7 ranked Scottsbluff Bearcats. Few keys in this game. The Bennington Badgers always have been playing relentless defense all season long. They average about 18.8 steals a game. They have created 12 turnovers by the Bearcats in the first half. It was a close first quarter as it came to a close. The Scottsbluff Bearcats and the Bennington Badgers were tied 13-13, and then in the second quarter, it was all Badgers, 16-8. That gives us our halftime score of 29-21. A few leading scores for each team. Scottsbluff led by number 15, Finley Martin. She typically is the third leading scorer on this Bearcat team, but she came to play. She has 7 total points. A few of those have come at the free throw line. Ava Reed, leading scorer for the Bearcats all season long. She has 4 right now, as well as 2 personal fouls. Her and Martin both with 2 personal fouls. That will be something to watch out for as we get into the third quarter. For the Bennington Badgers, they are led by no other than Skylar Johnson. Skylar Johnson with 9, and then leading scorer for the Badgers is Macy Reiner. She has led in this season in scoring with 14.7. She has 8 at the half. Plethora of other Badgers on the board. Hayden Jackson with 5. Taylor Redmond with 1 from the free throw line, as well as Allie John. She has 4. The Badgers have been dominant all season long coming into this game with a 25-0 record. As I said previously before the game, only single-digit wins this year, so they only had 2 of them. Both of them against Norris, 53-44 and 46-45. These teams played earlier in the season, and the Badgers won that one by a score of 61-39 against the Bearcats. The Bearcats keeping it close, though. That's been the name of the game. That was one of the keys to the game for the Bearcats is slow the game down. This Badgers offense likes to get out and run, and they didn't do so until the second quarter, and that gave them that 8-point lead. We're going to step aside. We'll be back in a few minutes, and we will have the second half of play. Number 2, Bennington leads 29-21 against number 7, Scottsbluff. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back for Nebraska High School girls basketball coverage right here on 93.7 Ticket.
State high school basketball coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena is proudly sponsored by Peru State College, Nebraska's first college helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. At Peru State College, you'll find affordable tuition, a close-knit community, and flexible programs designed to fit your goals. Whether you plan to compete in college athletics or get involved across campus, Peru State helps you reach your full potential in the classroom and beyond. Pursue your potential at Peru State College. Learn more about programs, scholarships, and book your campus visit at peru.edu.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas, and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And electrical. With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join up and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard. Guard the good life. Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill welcomes out-of-towners to Lincoln for state high school basketball and congratulates your schools on making it to the tournament. Your local bar is comfortable and you know the regulars. Find that experience at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, where it's a small-town feel with lots of space. Big groups are more than welcome, so come on by before or after your team plays to experience great food, great drinks, and great times, all at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, downtown at 10th and P.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena here. Tristan Gomez on the call on 93.7 The Ticket. The number 2 Bennington Badgers lead at halftime 29-21 against the number 7 ranked Scottsbluff Bearcats. Badgers will take over with the ball to start this second half of play. Mason Reiner will inbound it for the Badgers, side out. Boa Boy to bring it up for the Badgers. She gives it up to Johnson. Johnson looking inside, gives it to Boa Boy. Boa Boy finds Jackson cross court. Nothing going there. Boa Boy dribbles right. Spin move. Nothing going there. Goes up with it though and knocks down the 2-point shot. That gives the Badgers a 10-point lead, 31-21. Finley Martin brings the ball up for the Bearcats. She's guarded by Johnson. She hands it off to Ava Reed, guarded by Reiner. Reiner dribbling the ball at the top of the key. Gives it up to Bolin. Bolin drives right. Goes to the elbow. Picks up her dribble there. Nowhere going there. Tries to give it up, but no one there for the Bearcats. And the Badgers try to push it ahead, but ball sails out of bounds. Bearcats get the ball right back. Joplin inbound for the Bearcats. Badgers still in this full court man-to-man. They get into Martin, guarded by Johnson. Johnson with the steal. Elbow goes out of bounds, though. Bearcats retain possession. Finley Martin inbounds it to Reed. She dribbles the ball up the court. Makes it over the timeline. Martin with the ball. Dishes it out to Burford. Burford drives right by Jackson for the easy layup, 2 points. Cuts the lead for the Badgers back down to 8. Boa Boy goes straight to the rim. She goes up with it again. Misses that one. Rebounded by Bolin of the Bearcats. Push the tempo a little bit, but she slows it down. Gives it over to the point guard, Martin. Martin over to Joplin on the wing. Screen set by Burford. Joplin goes to the rim. Had an open shot, but mishandled the ball and then took a shot, but it gets tipped out of bounds. Bearcats will retain possession. Ava Reed inbounds it. She passes it up to Burford, who gives it to Martin. Martin to Reed. Back to Joplin. Joplin crossover, goes left. Hands it off to Reed. Reed spin move. And puts that one, banks that one in for 2. 31-25, Badgers lead. Johnson gives it up to Boa Boy. Boa Boy goes up with it, misses that one. Offensive rebound by Almquist. But Joplin gets a hand on it, and that is a jump ball. Bearcats take possession. Joplin to inbound. Gets it into Martin. Guarded by Skylar Johnson. Badgers still playing absolutely relentless defense here. Joplin with it, gives it over to Reed. Reed tries to find Burford on a cut. Ball bobbled. Burford dives onto it. And they dish it out back out to Reed, who knocks down the three-point jumper. But prior, Scottsbluff calls a timeout. Just a 30-second timeout while the coaches and the teams are talking a little. Shout out a few of our sponsors, especially General Excavating. General Excavating is hiring for 50 individual positions across all departments and all locations of Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Cheyenne, Wyoming. Start your new career today at General Excavating. Also, shout out to Peru State College. Peru State College is proud to sponsor State Hoops coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena as Nebraska's first college, helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. Learn more about their programs and book your campus visit at peru.edu. Scottsbluff breaks from the huddle. The score just 2.5 minutes into the third quarter. Bennington leads 31-25. Bennington led by Reiner and Johnson. Ball inbounded to Reed, knocks off of her, back to Martin, who inbounded it. Boland comes up with it. Burford drives baseline, nothing going there. Foul called, though. Away from the ball on the Badgers. On number 10, Reese Almquist. Bearcats to inbound the ball at the baseline. Reiner with the steal, though, on the inbound. She gives it up to Johnson. Johnson throws it up ahead to Boboy. Boboy goes up with jump stops. Tries to put it up, misses that one. Rebounded by Almquist. Almquist goes up with it. She misses that one. And rebounded by Burford of the Bearcats. Johnson guarding Martin, full court. Foul called on Johnson. Just got a little bit too handsy there. Refs have been letting him play a little bit. Didn't like that one, though. Allie John checks in for Bennington, as well as Taylor Redmond. That'll give Almquist and Johnson a breather. Bearcats inbound it to Reed. Finds Boland in the post. Goes up with it, misses that one. Blocked by John. Ball stolen by Rayner. Rayner goes up with it. And she hits the bucket and one. Count the bucket. Reiner just goes down to the baseline, coast to coast, hits that one and the foul. She'll shoot one. 33-25, Badgers lead. She hits the free throw. That gives the Badgers a 9-point lead. 4:46 to play here in the third quarter. Finley Martin to bring the ball up. Guarded by Redmond. Gives it up to Joplin. Joplin drives right. Picks the ball up in the paint. Gives it out to Reed. Reed pump fakes. Drives. Help defense by John. John gets the block and the rebound. And she gives it up to Redmond. Redmond tries for the bounce pass. Tries for the bounce pass to Boboy. Tough pass to get it through some Bearcats defenders. And that one ricochets out of bounds. Off Boboy. Bearcats take over. Martin with the ball for the Bearcats. Full court man-to-man by the Badgers. Passes it to Joplin, but that one goes out of bounds. Badgers defense starting to turn up a little bit. They have a 9-point lead right now. We're about halfway through the third quarter. Boboy brings the ball up for the Badgers. She gives it out to Jackson. Jackson gives it to John in the post. Guarded by Burford. Spin move. Goes up with it. Misses it. Goes back up with it. Offensive rebound. And she puts that one in. First double-digit lead for the Badgers tonight. They lead by 11, 36-25. Full court press. Martin with it, though. Guarded by John. John pulls the chair. Martin goes down. Picked up by Burford. Burford goes up with it, misses it. Almost an offensive rebound by Martin, but she tips it out of bounds. Badgers take over. Just over 4 minutes into this third quarter. Badgers lead 36-25. Boboy brings the ball up. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson, a little floater on the baseline. She puts that one in. 38-25. Badgers lead. Bearcats need to slow the bleeding just a little bit, and a bucket would be huge here for them. Scottsbluff on a 2.5-minute scoring drought. Burford drives baseline. Gives it up to Charlotte Lewis. Charlotte Lewis gives it up to Boland. Boland, three-point jumper, misses that one. Rebounded by Boboy, the Badgers, and she is fouled.
Fouls on the other ring, her third personal foul. Second team foul against Scottsbluff.
Boy fouled.
For Bennington, number 40.
Gargano comes in for Boy. For the batter, she will inbound it to Reiner. 38-25. Badgers lead the Bearcats. Reiner to bring it up for the Badgers. Crosses over. Jump Scott. Passes it out to Johnson. Johnson drives right to the rim. Misses that one short. Little floater there. Tipped out of bounds by the Bearcats. Badgers will retain possession. That's one I think Skylar Johnson would like to have back. Easy layup right there. She's been knocking them down all night, but didn't put that one in. Reiner to inbound. Gives it to John. John from the corner. Hits the three-pointer. Extending the Badgers lead 41-25. They lead by 16. 10-0 run for the Badgers right now. Still playing relentless defense. Bolin guarded by John. She gives it up to Burford. Burford spin move. Goes to the rim with the left. Misses that one. Rebounded by Gargano. Gargano brings the ball up. Kicks it to Redmond. Redmond, three-pointer. And she hits that one. 19-point lead for the Badgers. Scottsbluff will take a timeout here. 44-25. 13-0 run for the Badgers. As the teams talk it over, let's shout out a few more of our sponsors, such as Big Ten Sports Bar. Welcome to Lincoln. State Hoops fans from across the state, Big Ten Sports Bar is just like your local favorite sports bar. Just a little bigger to fit the whole town and more. Stop by before or after any game in downtown Lincoln at 10th and Peak. We'll step aside for just 30 seconds and be right back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. The number 2 Pennington Badgers are leading 44-25 against the number 7 ranked Scottsbluff Bearcats. We'll be right back here on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Parents deal with a lot of what ifs. What if my child gets a scholarship? What if they don't? What if they go to college? Or what if they pursue a trade? Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what ifs. Learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena, where the Badgers lead the Bearcats 44-25. Badgers currently on a 13-0 run. Joplin bringing the ball up for the Bearcats. She hands it off to Ava Reed, guarded by Gargano. Ava Reed goes up with it, and she puts that in to end the scoring drought and end the 13-0 run for the Badgers. Cuts the lead down. Boy with the ball for the Badgers. She gives it up to John. John passes it inside to Gargano. Gargano spin move blocked by Bolin and rebounded by Reed. And Reed gives it up to Joplin. Joplin bringing the ball up the court, guarded by Redmond. She crosses over left, goes to the rim, goes up with the left, and puts that one in. Cuts the lead down to 15. Boy with the ball for the Badgers, pushing some tempo here. She goes into the lane and gets fouled by Joplin. Just the third team foul on the Bearcats. Badgers will inbound it at their own baseline. Gives it into Gargano. A little bit of an alley-oop, but Gargano can't put it in. Gets her offensive rebound, but they say she was a little too physical there. Blocking foul called on her. 44-29, Badgers lead. Minute 21 left to go in the third quarter. Ava Reed bringing the ball up for the Bearcats. She's guarded by Gargano. She gives it up to Martin. Martin drives left into the paint. Hands it up to Burford. Burford goes up for the layup. Blocked by Redmond. Redmond with the rebound. Redmond passes it up to Reed. Stolen by Reed. Reed goes up with it for the layup for the Bearcats. Offensive rebound, Martin. Martin misses that one, but gets her own rebound again. Gets it over to Bolin, and Bolin is fouled. Redmond there trying to push the ball up to Johnson. Reed intercepted it, went up for the layup, missed it. And then it was rebounded by Martin. Martin went up with it as well, missed it, got her own rebound, takes it out to Bolin, and Bolin was fouled. And now the Bearcats will inbound it on their own baseline. Bearcats trying to cut into this 15-point deficit. Inbounded by Martin. She gets it to Bolin, back to Martin. Martin goes up with it with a little sky hook and knocks that one in. Cuts the deficit down to 13. Reiner with the ball for the Badgers. She hands it up to Boaboy, and Boaboy goes up with a little nifty spin move to knock in the layup. That brings the lead back for the Badgers to 15. Martin with the ball. She gives it up to Reed. Reed guarded by Reiner. She gets screened. Brings it back out, though. Reed crosses over. 6 seconds left to go in this third quarter. She gives it up to Martin. Martin with the left hand. Misses that one. Blocked, though, by Jackson. Ball will stay with the Bearcats. 2.3 to play in the third quarter. Martin inbound with 2 seconds on the play clock. She gives it to Reed. Reed with a three-point shot. Misses that one. Offensive rebound, Joplin, but she does not get it off in time. It is blocked by Boaboy. At the end of three here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in the Class B quarterfinal matchup between number 2 Bennington and number 7 Scottsbluff. The Bennington Badgers lead 46-31 against Scottsbluff. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. When we come back, we will be underway for the fourth quarter of play here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day in the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, the momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. The fourth quarter of this Class B matchup is underway. Bennington leads 46-31 against Scottsbluff. Bennington with the ball now. Jackson with the ball. She gets it in to Boaboy. Boaboy, little drop step, goes up with it, misses that one, but she gets her own rebound. Foul called on the play on number 15, Martin, for the Bearcats. Badgers will retain possession. Boaboy to inbound. She gets it into Jackson. Jackson thinks about taking the shot. She hands it off to Johnson. Johnson jump step, gives it up to Almquist. Almquist goes up with it, but is fouled by Bolin. She will shoot two. Just 20 seconds into the fourth quarter here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, where the Badgers lead 46-31 against the Bearcats. Almquist shooting her first free throw. Nothing going there. Doesn't hit that one. She'll shoot her second now. Misses that one off the back iron, rebounded by Martin. She gives it up to Reed. Bearcats pushing in transition just a little bit. Gives it up to Bolin. Bolin catches it, goes up with it, is fouled, almost gets the bucket, but is not. She will shoot two as well. As Bolin's about to get ready to shoot her free throws, let's shout Union Bank. Get a great rate on a 6, 12, or 24-month CD at Union Bank. Learn more at ubt.com. Bolin takes her first of two free throws, misses that one. It's 30 seconds in here to the fourth quarter. Bennington leads 46-31. Bolin with her second. Misses that one as well. That's rebounded by Reiner. She gets trapped, but gets out of it, and she's pushing the tempo. She goes up with a little floater. Misses that one off the backboard. Rebounded by her. She gives it out to Jackson. Jackson with her three, though. Misses that one. Offensive rebound by Almquist. She gets it out to Boboy. Boboy to Johnson. Johnson to Jackson. Screen. Jackson. Pull up. Thought about it. Hits Johnson in the corner. Johnson misses that three-pointer, and that's rebounded by Burford of the Bearcats. Well, elbow thrown there, but nothing said. She gives it up to Bolin. Bolin tries to go baseline. Almquist tried to establish herself, but gets called for the blocking foul. Bearcats will inbound it at the baseline.
The foul is on number 10. He's called for second personal foul, second team foul. Against Bennington. Checking in for that.
Ava Reed will inbound it for the Bearcats at the baseline. She gets it into Lewis. Jackson playing some tough defense on Lewis. Knocks the ball away, but it's picked up by Martin. Martin pocket pass to Lewis. Lewis little under. Goes under the hoop. Tries to go for the layup. Doesn't fall. Jackson gives it up to John. John, wing three. Misses that one short, and that one will go out of bounds. Bearcats ball. We're just a minute and a half into the fourth quarter here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Still scoreless, still tied up or scored at 46-41. 46-31, excuse me. Badgers lead. 30-second timeout. Bennington talk it over, trying to get on the board in this fourth quarter. 46-31, Badgers lead. Shout out to another one of our sponsors, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Your local experts in HVAC and plumbing in Lincoln, Omaha, and the surrounding areas. Schedule a service today at jhlincoln.com. It was close early in this one, 13-13 at the end of the first quarter, and then by halftime it was 29-21, and it has been all Badgers so far in this second half. They lead 46-31 against the number 7th ranked Scottsbluff Bearcats. Scottsbluff going to have to find a way to chip away, get back into this one. Teams breaking from their huddles. Bearcats will have the ball. Finley Martin will inbound it for the Bearcats. She gets it in to Reed. Reed trapped by 3 Badgers. Gets it up to Bolin. Bolin pushing it. Throws it to Joplin. Airmails that one out of bounds. Badgers ball. That's what this Badgers team has done all year long. Putting pressure on opposing offenses, getting them sped up, and forcing turnovers. Scottsbluff with 16 turnovers right now. Badgers have 8 steals. Boy gives it up to Reiner. Reiner for 3. Nothing there. Airballs that one. That one falls out of bounds. Bearcats basketball. Still scoreless here in the fourth quarter. 6:10 left to play in this one. 46-31. Badgers lead. Reed has the ball. Sends it up court to Joplin. Joplin throws it over to Burford. Blocked by Boboy. Burford went up for the layup and had nothing going there. Boboy was not allowing that. Finley Martin inbound for the Bearcats. She gets it into Ava Reed. Ava Reed with the little floater along the baseline, and she hits that one to end the scoring drought for both teams. 46-33, 13-point lead for the Badgers as Reiner brings the ball to the floor. She gets it into Allie John. Allie John turns and banks that one home. She has been tough to guard all night. Brings the lead back up to 15 for the Badgers. Finley Martin gives the ball up to Reed. College-length three-pointer, and that one just hits the backboard. Rebounded by Reiner. Reiner tries to save it, throws it back in, and it's picked up by Joplin. Joplin misses the jumper, though. Jackson with the ball, getting a little physical here. Jackson got the ball, finally was able to dive on it, and Bennington head coach John O'Connor calls for just a 30-second timeout. As we're in this timeout, let's shout out to Jimmy Johns. Join Fricky Fast Rewards today and earn a free sandwich after your first order as a member at jimmyjohns.com, as well as the Nebraska Army National Guard. Good life, good strength, Nebraska Army National Guard. Just a 30-second timeout here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Badgers want to just get back into a rhythm. Just 2 points in this fourth quarter. 5:21 left to play in this contest. Badgers lead 48-33. Teams getting out of their huddles now. Bennington will have the ball. Taking it out on the baseline. It's Reiner taking it out. Just giving it into Boboy. She'll jog it up the court. She's at the top of the key, dribbles out to the wing. She drives all the way to the hoop for Boboy. She knocks that layup in for 2. Ball inbounded to Reed, giving up to Martin. Joplin with the ball now. She drives, kicks it out to Bolin. Bolin tries to get it over to Reed. Boboy passes it up to Reiner for the easy layup. That extends the Badgers' lead to 19, 52-33. Reed with the ball, gives it up to Bolin. Gives it up to Burford. Burford with the ball. She gives it out to Martin. She'll try to set up the offense, slow things down a little bit. Gives it up to Joplin to Reed. Reed from the baseline jumper. Hits that one in the short corner. Reed leading the Bearcats in scoring with 12. Boboy drives to the lane. Misses that layup short, but it is rebounded by John. John goes up with it, misses it as well, and it's rebounded by Martin. Martin of the Bearcats brings it up, tosses it up to Burford. She gives it up to Joplin. Joplin, deep three. Misses that one. Rebounded by John. Saved by John, but three throws it in to Reed of the Bearcats. But it's stolen back by the Badgers. Boboy dribbles the ball up for the Badgers. She's posting up, trying to step through. Unable to, but a foul is called on Joplin before she goes up with the shot. Reiner leads all scorers for the Badgers with 13. Johnson with 11. John with 11 as well. Reed and Martin leading the Bearcats with 12. And Martin with 9. 52-35. Just under 4 minutes left to go in this contest. Boboy with the ball. She passes it in to number 14, Reagan Blum. Reagan Blum gets fouled. First minutes for Blum in this game. Boboy will inbound it on the baseline. She passes it into Almquist. Boboy posting up. Redmond with the ball now. Ball tipped away, stolen by Reed. Reed going the other way, and it is tipped out of bounds by Boboy. Boboy, an extremely quick guard, but not afraid to get physical, get into the post, and make things happen in there. Inbounded to Joplin. She goes up with it, misses that layup, and is rebounded by Redmond of the Badgers. Redmond passes it up to Gargano. Gargano goes up with it, misses that layup. Rebounded by the Bearcats. Burford with the ball. She crosses over, past half court. She's going all the way, dishes it off to Bolin. Bolin, pump fake, goes up with it, banks it in. Foul called prior to the shot, though. Foul called on Almquist of the Bearcats. 52-35, 3:19 left to play. Badgers lead in this one. Inbounded to Reed. She drives, goes up with it. She is fouled as she goes up. Almquist thought she went straight up. Refs saw it differently. Reed will shoot two. 3:15 left to play. Number 2, Bennington, leading 52-35 against number 7, Scottsbluff. Reed shoots the first free throw. That one rattles in and out. Macy Reiner, leading scorer for the Badgers, checks back into the game. She leads all scorers with 13. Reed shoots her second free throw and puts that one in. 52-36. Badgers lead by 16. Reiner with the ball at the top of the key. Gets a double screen set for. Still guarded by Reed. Boy sets another screen. She gives it up to Redmond. Redmond with the ball. Redmond to Boy. Boy pull up three-pointer. Misses that one short. Offensive rebound by Reiner. Reiner with the ball. She drives. Goes up with the left. Misses that one, though. Boy tries to go over Joplin to tip that one back out to the Badgers, but a foul is called on the play. Bearcats with the ball. .2:42 left to play. That foul results in free throws for the Bearcats. Joplin will shoot 2. As she gets ready to shoot her free throws, let's shout out General Excavating. General Excavating is hiring for 50 individual positions across all departments in all locations of Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Cheyenne, Wyoming. Start your new career today at generalexcavating.com. Joplin knocks down the first of 2 free throws. She shoots her second now. Puts that one in as well. 14-point lead for Bennington, 52-38. Reiner passes that one up to number 23, Blommenkamp. She misses that one, though. Gets her own rebound and gets it out to Reiner. Reiner gives it up. Blum goes up for the layup on the wing. Little ISO there from the baseline. She goes up with it, gets hit in the head. Is unable to put it in, but she will shoot 2. Bloom misses her first. Reese Almquist checks in for Macy Reiner. Bloom shoots her second. Misses that one. Almost an offensive rebound by Gargano. She's unable to get it, though. And it is passed up by the Bearcats to Joplin for an easy 2-pointer. 12-point lead for the Badgers. 6-0 run ends now. Taylor Redmond goes coast to coast and puts that one in. 14-point lead for the Badgers. Martin with the ball now. She gives it up to Reed. Ava Reed with the ball. A little hesitation. Gargano with the steal. And she is tripped up by Martin. Fifth foul of the quarter on the Bearcats. That will result in free throws. Paige Gargano will shoot 2 for the Badgers. 1:44 left to play here. Badgers lead 54-40. She knocks down the first free throw. Gargano with her second, and she knocks that one down as well. That puts the lead back up to 16. Minute 44 left to play in this one. Ava Reed with the ball. She gets trapped, tries to get it inside to Bolin. Nothing going there. Picked up by Martin, but then stolen by Gargano. Gargano gives it up to Blommenkamp. Blommenkamp will shoot 2 now. She is shooting the first of 2. Misses that one just long. 56-40. Bennington leads. Blommenkamp shooting her second of 2 free throws. Misses that one just short. Badgers going for the offensive rebound. Bolin comes up with it, and she gets fouled. She will now shoot 2. with 1:23 left to play. In the meantime, as the team makes their way down the court, shout out Sunbelt Rentals. Find the right equipment for your specific project at Sunbelt Rentals, where you can own less but create more. The power of rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com. Bolin knocks down the free throw. Getting ready to shoot her second now. And she hits that one as well. 56-42, 1:23 left to play in this one. Blomenkamp with the ball. She gets it up to Gargano. Gets it up to Bloom. Bloom up to Ava Gifford, but Ava Gifford tries to take a jump stop, but ends up traveling, and ball goes back to the Bearcats. Line change for the Bearcats. They bring in 5 new players.
Number 12, Bennington Thomas. And number 2, Jacqueline Hess.
Inbounded by Lewis of the Bearcats. Stolen by the Badgers. Reagan Bloom goes up with it. Impressive steal by her. As soon as the Bearcats tried to inbound it, that went right to Bloom. She goes straight to the hoop and gets fouled. She will shoot 2. 1:13 left to play in this one. Misses the first one. Bloom, a senior on this team, and she hits the second free throw. Jaslyn Hess in the game now. She has the ball in the corner. She gives it up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the ball dribbling. Passes it to Lewis. Lewis goes up with a little floater. Misses that one. Rebounded by the Badgers. Schmidt with it. She passes it up. Blomenkamp goes up with it. Misses that one. Rebounded by Bloom. Badgers still retain possession. 45 seconds left on the clock. Portwood goes up with it, misses it. Another offensive rebound for Bloom. She has it out in the corner. 30 seconds left to go in this one, 16 on the shot clock. Portwood shoots the three-pointer, and she hits it. Kennedy Portwood, sophomore, for the Badgers, knocks down the 3. Timeout for Scottsbluff. This is just to get a few subs into the game. That's number 13, Jordan Hafman, a freshman, as well as number 33, Callie Treffer, a freshman as well. She tries to inbound it, stolen by Blomenkamp. Blomenkamp going the other way with the left hand, and she puts that one in with 10 seconds to go. 62-42. 5 seconds to go. Gonzalez with the ball. She gives it up to Haveman, and she just holds it as time expires. Bennington wins this one by a score of 62-42, a 20-point win in this one for the number 2 ranked Badgers as they advance to the state semifinals. We'll step aside just a few minutes, and then we will be right back here on 93.7 The Ticket to recap this one and get you ready for this next one coming up with Nick Sainer and Jay Foreman. Don't go anywhere. We'll recap this one and get you set up for this next one right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day. In the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, the momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air,
and electrical.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena here in Lincoln, where tonight we just wrapped up a Class B quarterfinal matchup in the Nebraska Girls State Basketball Tournament as the number 2 ranked Bennington Badgers win this one against the number 7 ranked Scottsbluff Bearcats by a final of 62-42. Some notable players in this game for both teams. Let's start out with Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff was kind of just a two-headed monster in this one, led by Ava Reed and Finley Martin. I don't know if they even came out in this game. They were taking over on offense, trying to make things happen, but that Bennington's Badgers defense was just too relentless. 21 turnovers for Scottsbluff. That was kind of the name of the game. It was super hard for them to get anything going, had quite a few droughts in this one, and Bennington went on a few runs to extend their lead. On the other hand, the undefeated, now 26-0 Bennington Badgers came and were ready to play and meant business, especially in this second half. A few key players in this one for the Badgers. Number 15, Macy Reiner, who has been the leading scorer all year. She's averaging just about 15, and tonight she had 13 points and was dominating in all facets. She was shooting ball from the 3, as well as getting into the lane and dishing it out to her teammates. She had 7 assists in this one. Skylar Johnson, another notable name for the Badgers. She had 11 in this one and guarded typically Ava Reed and Finley Martin this entire game, 2 of the best players for Scottsbluff, and made a huge impact on the defensive end. She had multiple steals in this one, as well as Allie John came off the bench. Number 34, Allie John came off the bench in this one. She had 11. She got physical in the paint and was undeniable, hard to guard for this Bearcats defense. The Bennington Badgers averaged about 18, almost 19 steals a game tonight. They had 13 and were just absolutely relentless in this one. The game was close for a little while. Scottsbluff and Bennington were tied at the end of the first quarter, exactly how Scottsbluff couldn't have written it up better themselves. But then they go into halftime, and it was 29-21. Bennington leads, and it was all Badgers from there, outscoring the Bearcats by 7 in the third quarter and 5 in the fourth. And that led us to our final score of 62-42. One more game coming ahead. Don't go anywhere. We still have number 3 Pius X versus number 6 Beatrice. This will be a great matchup, and we will have none other than our own Nick Sainer and Jay Foreman on the call for that one to wrap up the quarterfinals for Class B. And then, of course, we'll be right back here again tomorrow for some great semifinal games. It has been a great 2 days of basketball here at Pinnacle Bank Arena and at Devaney. We'll now transition over to Pinnacle Bank for the rest of the way. Some exciting basketball, and we will have Nick Sainer and Jay Foreman on the call to wrap up the night tonight. That's number 3 Pius X now against number 6 Beatrice. Don't go anywhere. They'll be back soon right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Good news, LES customers. Even though their lobby at 2620 Fairfield Street closes July 31st, they've still got plenty of convenient ways to support you. Find your best options at les.com.
John just tried Runza's new Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger with its sweet heat bacon jam, pepper jack cheese, bacon, and cream cheese.
Whoa.